Hey, welcome back. We're the Kanpai Guys. Do you like corned beef? Too bad.
Well, you stayed to after the credits, so I guess they like corned beef.
Thank you very much for supporting the corned beef.
Suppose you peeked over that man's shoulder at the menu. There's one dish you'd find on it for sure, and that's corned beef hash, and for good reason. Men like hash.
You are in luck. So today we're going to try out corned beef 2 ways.
This is some old school Japanese corned beef. This is like some Showa era corned beef. Pre-Showa, like Taiso. Yeah, so we got corned beef and corned beef. Corned beef noodles.
Pretty corny packaging too.
If I were to guess, I'd say this is a company from like the 1920s or 30s.
This one has been sold since World War II.
It's definitely the most well-known these days.
Apparently it was the first product of its kind to be sold in Japan.
So this one obviously is a plastic container, but back then it would have been in a can, right?
Yeah, probably with a little like ring pull or something.
Yeah.
To open it. Usually this corned beef is actually a little pricey in the convenience store.
Yeah, typically like the little canned like meats are pretty pricey. Like they have canned like yakiniku you can buy, canned yakitori, unagi.
Unagi? Ew.
It's all pretty pricey considering how little you get in the can.
Yeah, it's
like it always makes me wonder like who would buy this?
They're often like attached to 6 packs of beer. So I think it's like a otsumami thing.
I've tried one of the canned yakinikus before and it wasn't very good at all. Like at all.
You've had this before, right?
I have not. I've always been curious, so today's a good day.
Well, we're actually going to try the regular can, which we have down here. We're going to eat it with Ritz crackers. The key point is that we want to know what the corned beef tastes like. Because after we try the corned beef, we're going to have corned beef men.
We're gonna have some corned beef men.
Instant yakisoba or instant noodles, they are always coming out with very interesting versions. And as you can see from the livery on this packaging.
The livery. I like that term. Livery.
It's identical to this, so it has the logo on it. And this is Shio Yakisoba with corned beef taste.
It sounds fantastic if I'm being honest.
It does sound good, yeah.
And another thing, this one is it's not a collaboration with another company. It's produced by Sanyo Foods.
Yeah, it's produced by the company that makes this.
Yeah, so it's all in-house.
Can you get beefy?
Let's get beefy. I haven't had dinner yet tonight. Even if this corned beef is not that great, I'll probably still eat a lot of it.
My mother often gave me like corned beef in like sandwiches in England.
I was never raised on corned beef, so
Really?
I don't really have a like a nostalgic feeling for it. In fact, even Spam, I never had in my childhood. I tried it for the first time here in Japan like a couple of years ago.
It's popular here, yeah.
It was,
And in Korea too.
I hated it. It was gross. I don't know how much.
Load it up.
I'll do about that much. Does that look okay?
Just
Well, it's not bad. It's so simple that I think the Ritz cracker like adds a lot to it. That's saying something.
I know some people do stir fry it, but it kind of like just breaks apart.
Yeah, it's barely holding on there.
I can see some like Oji-san like eating this with highball or something. But in Japan, people are very like creative in what they do with canned food. I think a lot of people are all about like small things.
Yes,
Like
indeed.
small cans of meat. Kind of tastes like war food, right? Like
War food.
Like World War II food.
It kind of has like a canned tuna texture
Yeah.
to it. It's kind of fishy, actually.
Do you want to finish it, or do you want to keep a little to add on the noodles?
That's a fantastic idea. Let's save a little bit for the noodles.
We should check out some Amazon reviews. Most people seem to buy it for, like, in case an earthquake happens.
Yeah, it's a big thing here. People have emergency bags, containers of water that don't expire, canned foods, space blankets.
Space blankets, yeah. When I actually moved into my apartment, my first apartment in Japan, they actually gave me like a complimentary earthquake kit. Kind of terrifying at the time, but
Congratulations and good luck.
So the first review is 5 out of 5.
Only thing I love more than Ritz crackers is eating Ritz crackers when you're reading something.
You're going to say like cheese Ritz crackers. Purchased for disasters. But next title, I ate, it was very delicious. So they purchased it for a disaster and just couldn't resist eating it. I don't think we've had any disasters recently, so...
Not here.
No. I bought it for disaster. However, I ate half because I'm in trouble when I say Isa if I did not eat it.
Isa?
Isa is I-S-A-H. I put the corned beef in a heat-resistant container and loosened it and warmed it a little in the microwave. It was very delicious. Of course, it is a load to buy again in addition. As with vegetables, meat is also necessary during disasters. In parentheses, I think microwave oven cannot be used in event of disaster.
No good.
I did not understand the meaning of elasticity, and I thought that the corned beef container would not stretch, and I made it 3 stars appropriately. 5 stars. They do not understand that, like, Tupperware bends when you put it in the microwave.
The only thing I got from that is that they bought it for saving for emergencies, but they totally failed and they just ate it.
I think it's more funny if they like fell on hard times. They said, "I'm in trouble," and they just ate it.
Please, sir. I want some more.
I bought it for emergencies, but I'm in trouble with the
No,
law
I have a
recently.
job.
I had to very suddenly vacate my house. I had to suddenly leave my wife and children behind and go north.
Eat that corned beef. Before them. Don't want them to have it. Well, second review, 1 out of 5 stars.
Damn, okay.
Title, Seco, exclamation mark, S-E-C-O. S-E-C-O, if anyone out there knows what S-E-C-O means. I was stunned that it was too small and too light. You should keep the quantity and quality even if you raise the price. I don't feel like I was deceived.
Could be a weird translation issue. It is kind of expensive for the size.
Alright, so last review, also 5 out of 5. And again, as one of the stockpiles. As one of the stockpiles.
As one of them.
Purchased as an emergency stockpile in the event of a disaster. People have taste preferences, but they are delicious with a taste that I have been familiar with since I was a child. I'm replacing it when it's about to expire. It's delicious even if you put it in stir-fry vegetables, and it's also delicious when stir-fried with garlic.
Okay. It would be good with vegetables stir-fried.
It's just the right size for protein supplementation after muscle training.
Hey, okay. We got ourselves a trainer. Corn beef.
Corned beef, because The Rock says so.
Corn... I don't know. I'm not going to try to imitate The Rock.
I don't think he lives around here, I think. Alright, so I guess we should move on to men.
Let's do it.
And we might use it as a topping for the men.
You put the beef on the men.
rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
It puts the beef in the basket. Some deranged weirdo saying that in some back soon.
This actually smells more like corned beef than the corned beef does.
This yakisoba came with 3 sachets. One was like a oil, which smelled like corned beef. Another one was like just a beefy soup, dry soup powder.
Yeah.
The third one was the most interesting. So usually in yakisoba or instant noodles, you get like a pack of dried seaweed or dried meat or something. You know,
Yeah, or like vegetables or something.
This one was just a sachet of like dried corned beef, like floss. It looks like they kind of went all in on this. So I guess the worry was it wouldn't really taste like corned beef, but I'm guessing this one might.
Sure smells like it.
It does, yeah.
Dehydrated corned beef is not too far removed from your typical corned beef. Yeah. We're gonna try it as it is first, and then afterwards we're gonna add some
Corned beef,
some legit corned beef to it.
like this.
Oh, that's very salty.
I get the corned beef like right at the end.
I'm getting like a slight like lemony.
Lemony
Flavor.
Interesting. You get like 0 beef, like 0 corned beef.
I mean, it's there, but it's not in the forefront like I thought it would be.
Like if you licked a piece of roast beef.
If you put it that way, yes, it's very much like
Like in Japan, they would say the
corned
umami
beef.
of
Yeah,
beef.
the beef umami.
I think it does need a topping though.
So on that note, I'm gonna throw in some actual corned beef. Just looking at it, it looks like right at home. Oh, now it's even more salty.
I'm not sure if adding it cold really works. I think if you like sauteed this, like one of the Amazon reviews said with garlic or something, and then added that into this,
Yeah,
that'd be quite good.
it would really benefit from garlic.
Maybe a bit of black pepper too or something.
Oh yeah. A little bit of lemon would match well with this. I think I prefer it without the added corned beef, to be honest.
All right, I've had enough. You're out of here. What do you mean? You can't throw an umpire out of the game. Yeah. All right, you're out of here.
I think without the corned beef added, it's like perfectly balanced. I would eat it again.
I would too, yeah. It's a shame it's not a permanent, but
Is it limited?
yeah.
I'm kind of curious to try more like salt yakisobas.
In Japan, we have shio ramen or salt ramen. Should we give a Kanpai score?
Yeah. Ozaki Corn Beef. I'll give it 5. 5 Kanpais.
I'm just going to give it 6. But I'm adding a point for nostalgia. Salt yakisoba.
I'll give it a 7.
I was thinking 7.
Yeah. It's really good. It could benefit from something.
It's a bit simple.
Yeah.
It needs something else.
Yeah.
But I don't exactly know what that is. So.
It's fine by itself. Fine is fine, but fine isn't like a really high score. I'm glad I finally got to try that corned beef.
Corned beef is always available. Shio ramen is not.
Yep. Hit us up down in the chat. Let's talk about meat.
Canned bear? Canned deer?
Never had it.
Never mind. But it does exist in Japan.
Yep.
If we get like canned the lion, we'll be just pulled off YouTube.
Yeah. I think it will be deleted. Canned panda.
Simmered rhino tusk. in can.
Kan panda. Well, that's fun. Let's do more meats in the future. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to give us a like. If you are not subscribed yet, we would love to add you to our Kanpai family. So hit the subscribe button and don't forget to also hit the bell notification icon down there somewhere.
Until next time.
Yes.
See you on the next video.
Canned panda on the shelf in Japan. The typical reaction would be, oh my.
Hello, can we get on? Kill me out again.
どうしよう。ちょっとかわいそうけど、興味あるに。